attitude. There's one thing to be like, maybe he doesn't have to be like DC and get emotional and cry, but yeah, he was like, shucks. He was like, oh, didn't go my way. He didn't. He doesn't get too upset. I don't know. Yeah. He just very upset about what? About everything. He's chuckling. But are you really very upset? You know, I don't know. I maybe people handle it differently. My point with Ciryl Gane is, and I don't want to kick anybody when he's down because I do think he's a great fighter, but I feel something similar when he lost to Francis, which he's like, yo, if I only didn't make, in my mind, if he only didn't make that one mistake in the 5th round by laying down with the leg lock, he could have been more adamant about that afterwards. Like, look, I took him down. I lost the fight. He didn't really win it. I went for the leg lock. He got on top. I gave away the 5th round. My bad. Not really his good. I don't know. I just think that's what you're looking at now. When you look at him and you look at how he handled that loss, I think that's part of it.
Gane, like, bro, did you not think he was going to wrestle? Did you not think you were going to get taken down? Like, I'm wondering what he did for this training camp, because him getting up, there wasn't much effort from him. Now we know that Gane doesn't have wrestling. He doesn't have grappling. We saw 2 fights now. Francis dominated him on the ground, and Jones dominated him on the ground. So if you're Gane, I'm only fighting strikers. We're going to do Wonder Boy, only strikers. Jon Jones showed greatness again. Him against Stipe is going to be amazing. Stipe obviously has wrestling. He has movement. He's fast. So I want to see how he competes with Jon Jones, how Jon Jones does get a little more time on the feet. Feel a little bit more, see how his cardio is going to be after 1 round. And if he beats Stipe, he's definitely the GOAT.
The finishing sequence was beautiful. The way Grasso finished that fight, and the fact that her team identified that. Listen, when you turn your back, it's always dicey. Anytime you spin, you present your back. You never want to do that, of course. You always want to be looking at your opponent. Anytime you spin, it's dangerous. They call that a sacrifice move because you're sacrificing position. Just like a throw, sometimes you can call it a sacrifice throw where you may end up on the bottom. But Grasso, the fact that they apparently were waiting for that and timed it is amazing. And jumped on her like a goddamn spider monkey.
Her reaction time.
Wrapped those arms. Oh, amazing.
Do you see the picture of the finish when Grasso's on, like, she's kind of on the chin a little bit. Like, it wasn't all the way in. And she's squeezing and squeezing and squeezing. She finally gets the finish. And when she releases, from here up, looks like Valentina is got the worst sunburn of her life because her face is so red from the blood being cut off.
Oh, I haven't seen that picture.
But here down, it's completely white. You can see the line across her face from where the choke was, where it just forced all the blood out of her face. It's nasty.
New champion, Alexa Grasso. I mean, amazing. And I'll tell you, in a very competitive fight, and I was kind of surprised when Joe Rogan was asking Valentina, well, what do you want to do next? Do you want to fight some of the top contenders, or do you want an immediate rematch? I think that's a no-brainer. Of course she is deserving of an immediate rematch. I'm not on Joe. I mean, maybe somebody said it in his earpiece, but I'm just saying, obviously that's an immediate rematch.
It was a nice fight to build from, right? It was one of those performances where he's trying some new things. He wasn't just being reckless out there. He was moving his feet. He was juking and jiving. And it was good to see that. Was it a perfect performance? No. But I also think it takes 2 to tango. Trevin Jones, like you said, BP, wasn't moving forward, wasn't trying to throw a lot of shots. I mean, what was his punch count at the end, or strike count at the end of the fight? Probably very, very low. So Cody didn't have a whole lot to work with, I think, as well. Cody was looking to counter, which I think is when Cody is actually at his best. But either way, it was good to see Cody get back on track. That dude has so much potential, obviously a former champion, and I'd like to see him get back to that championship form. And I think he still can.
Right decision. You know, I liked Eric Brunson, but I think it was the right decision. He was starting to look like he was on ice skates and just didn't look like he had it. So I think a good call. Probably try to see more of that in the future. I mean, that's not easy when you're in the corner and you've been with a guy for a while, or you know certain things about him. It's, you know, it's not as black and white as I think it is for the people looking on the outside. But I think that was the right move.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good. Ready to have a great day.
How was the cold plunge this morning?
Ooh, super cool. I don't get used to it. I don't know. Every day is a fight.
It's not easy?
It's not getting any easier. It's getting harder. But we gotta do it, right?
Absolutely. What's the rest of the week look like for you?
Normal. We're gonna spar. We're gonna recover after spar. Today, I'm not sure if Henry's here. If Henry's here, I'm gonna come to the bed. If not, I'm gonna grapple. So we'll see. And then tomorrow wrestling, stand up, recover every day. Hard work and recover.
We're back after training. How was it?
Hard session. MMA sparring. I had Kevin Lee all rounds. Tough day, but great day. Looking forward to 1 month. Go get your tickets. Let's go.
When you look at Jon, I mean, listen, he is very versatile. That's what makes him so great. I think against Ciryl Gane, in many ways, it was a tailor-made matchup, you know, because Ciryl being French and not having the wrestling background, it was always going to be a tough fight, right? Everybody knew that. You can wrestle, you know what I mean? You've fought some of the best people on the planet. You've beaten really, really good wrestlers as well. So do you think Jon can't take you down and therefore it plays out on the feet? And Jon has never really been a power puncher. So you expect to have a big power advantage, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if he does for some reason take me down, I'm going to get back up. I mean, I'm not going to sit on the ground. I'm going to do what I do. Like, I'm not fancy. I don't do spinning shit. I'm a basic bitch. I do basic stuff, and I think that makes it hard for people doing basic stuff because I do what I want to do, but I make people go the way that I want them to make them go to make me what I want to do, if that makes sense. Like, I make you feel like you're doing good, but then I get you into where I want you. I put you like into a whip.
All right, prediction for the fight against Jon. I mean, obviously you think you're going to win, you're going to come in very positive, but when you look at Jon Jones, the body of work, what you saw Saturday night, how do you think that one ends?
Well, he's telling me he's going to finish me before the championship rounds. It's funny, but it's not going to happen. I see it going the other way. I'm definitely going to finish him.
Y'all want to see me beat up Stipe? I hope you're training, my guy. You're the greatest heavyweight of all time, and that's what I want. I want you real bad.
Shut up and take my money.